We are now up to public comments. Please limit your comments to 2 minutes. Please approach the microphone, sign in, and state your name and address for the record. After being acknowledged by the City Council President, speakers will be limited 2 minutes to deliver their comments. Those speaking are asked to conduct themselves in a respectful manner as they deliver their comments. Audience members are asked to refrain from reacting to comments. City Council will not respond directly to comments in this venue or take immediate action in response to them. Vice President Voss will keep time. He will wave at the 1:45 mark, and he will let you know at the 2-minute mark. So at 1:45, please finish up your comments. With that, is there anyone in the public that would like to make a comment tonight? Come on up.
Good evening. My name's Glenn Wolf, Ward 1. I live on 528 Truman Avenue. Tonight I want to talk to you about synchronization of our traffic lights. This is long overdue. I did some research on the surrounding communities in the area. Rochester, Mankato, bigger communities, they have synchronized lights. Albert Lee, smaller community, they have synchronized lights. Faribault, Northfield, they have portions of their city that are synchronized. It's time for Owatonna to get into the 21st century and actually start working to achieve synchronized lights. I live on the east end of town. I have to go through 8 traffic lights to get to work in the industrial park. It's not unusual for me to have to stop at every light, and I go the speed limit or slightly below the speed limit. Tonight coming here, I probably could have gotten here several minutes earlier, but I got stopped 4 out of the 5 lights that I approached. On Saturday, I was in Mankato, in Rochester, and I was just kind of doing a test. I got off on a side street, not one of the main streets. I started driving. There were like 5 or 6 lights in a row. Everyone was green. I drove the speed limit. The only time I had to stop was when somebody was in the crosswalk. Otherwise, I could have kept going for probably several more lights. Owatonna has got a terrible lighting system, and it's time to address that. I was just coincidentally speaking to somebody this evening, and she brought it up totally inspired by me, but she brought it up that she also has the same frustration. And if you look at some of the federal studies for traffic lights, it's gas savings because you're not stopping and going. It increases safety. It improves the working life for folks that have to drive and commute to work every day. And I would just encourage you to seriously take a look at that and make that a reality in this town. We call ourselves a progressive town. Let's make it even more progressive by having synchronized traffic lights. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Melissa Zimmerman, 2525 Stony Creek Drive.
Good evening.
Evening. For the past 2.5 years, I've been advocating alongside my neighbors for safe distances for residents at the East Side Corridor. The most frustrating part hasn't been project challenges. It's the lack of opportunity for real, meaningful discussions. Conversations are critical to solving problems, and open dialogue and community input are essential to helping our city thrive. Throughout this process, I've learned a lot, but one question continues to stand out. Where does community input truly fit in? By the time decisions reach your desk and are shared with the public, it's too late. I've attended study sessions and committee meetings hoping to contribute, but these settings don't allow for community input either. Community involvement early on is essential, but where does it actually happen? While large projects might include this opportunity, what about the smaller, everyday decisions like new developments, changes to laws, or other resolutions that impact our daily lives? This is something I think about often, and I know I'm not alone. Many people in our community feel unheard and disconnected from the decision-making process. With this new council, we have a chance to do something different, something better. Can we create a regular forum where residents can engage with you directly, share concerns, and truly feel heard? Whether it's a new initiative or built into existing meetings like study sessions, we need a space where citizens can ask questions, offer feedback, and feel like partners in shaping our community. I understand there are processes and rules to follow, but I also know how valuable it is to hear diverse perspectives from people who live with the outcomes of these decisions. Please, let's seize the opportunity to strengthen the connection between our council and our community, not just for major projects, but for smaller, everyday decisions that define our lives too. Let's work together to build a city where every voice truly matters. I have ideas, and I'd love to collaborate with anyone interested in making these changes. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.
Good evening, council members. My name is Matt Sennett. I'm at 2519 Stony Creek Drive here in Owatonna. Just here to echo kind of what Lissa was saying. You know, we crave collaboration. We crave early communication on projects that directly affect residents, such as the East Side Corridor project on the east side of town. For over a year and a half, almost 2 years now, we've been trying to collaborate with the county and dialogue with them because we know a lot of the different regulations and things going on with that area of our town out there. And unfortunately, the county did not want to collaborate with us, and as a result, ended up spending quite a bit more in studies with WSB, the engineering firm they're working with for this project. Original cost for the study and the paperwork from WSB was $298,000, and $426,000 is now the bill because of things they're having to go back and redo. So there's a lot to be made for collaboration with the residents and listening to them. I know that it's easy to rely on engineers and whatnot, and they do a great job, but sometimes it's most important to open the ears and collaborate with those who also know a little something about what's going on. So our group has proposed a hybrid plan that we've delivered to the county for the East Side Corridor. It pushes out puts some separation safety distance between the existing residences and this highway by several hundred feet, and moves it out to the east just a bit to allow for proper mitigations. And I'm really hoping that the county listens, and I'm hoping that you as a equal partner in this project, because you've got those outlots out there that you own, will also hear us out on that and consider this hybrid plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gary Jones, 995 Ridge Road.
Good evening, Gary.
Good evening. In view of the archery hunt, there should not be any difference between a main trail, meaning paved, and a maintained trail, which is used regularly by park goers. Mineral Springs has maintained wood chip trails that are even advertised as such on the website. So Park and Rec wants to try to draw people into parks using maintained wood chip trails as a positive. To me, that should have the same distance setbacks from hunting stands as the paved trails. What defines a maintained trail? My thoughts are a wood chip trail. If a tree fell across those, Park and Rec would remove it right away. A disc golf trail. These are wood chip too. A disc golf launch pad. These are cement, highly used, and would be repaired quickly if one cracked. A disc golf launch basket. These are cemented too, and they've got light bulbs yet. Okay, lots, and also mowed grass. Park and Rec maintains this regularly, as a hunting stand should not be within 150 feet of a main trail. It shouldn't be within 150 feet of mowed grass either. Any mountain bike trail. These trails at Kaplan's have people who snowshoe on the paths to flatten them out after a snow to keep them bike ready. They blow leaves off the paths to keep them bike ready. You always hear leaf blowers at Kaplan's in the fall. Finally, there's a website describing biking conditions at Kaplan's well into December. On the page Jeanette passed out to you, the signs all point to maintain trails through Kaplan's Woods. The top left photo in your sheet says trails built and maintained by Owatonna Trails Association since 2014. The photo on the top right shows two of my daughters on the Scott Scrambler mountain bike trail in Kaplan's Woods, 26 feet from a deer stand. It now makes sense why the bikers were always so mad at us that there are people out there not wearing blaze orange because we're walking right under the stands. Archery hunting cannot coexist with biking and hiking. The chance of injury is too great. The bottom left photo has a sign to alert park goers to report any trail maintenance issue. The last photo has two signs and the location of trails that have a wood chip trail right between the two. These are definitely maintained trails. Maintained wood chip trails, mowed grass, mountain bike trails, and disc golf amenities need to be at least 150 feet from hunting stands. Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak tonight? Ooh. Here comes Annie.
Annie Harmon, and I'm going to speak on behalf quickly from Owatonna Businesswomen. Just to remind you all that on March 15th at Spare Time Entertainment, we'll have our annual Women of Achievement event. And up until January 31st, we are accepting nominations for our Mini Great Awards. So that's a Lifetime Achievement Award, 4 to 5 women for our Women of Achievement Award, and a Young Careerist. So please nominate the amazing women in our community. And I hope everyone here considers coming to the event. It's a great night where we just really celebrate the amazing women in our community and everything they've done for Steele County and Owatonna and continue to do, as well as provide scholarships for women who are looking to continue their education. And those scholarship applications are due next week. So if you know any young women who are either graduating high school or looking to go back to continue their education, please encourage them to apply at owatonnabusinesswomen.org, or you can reach out to any OBW member like me and ask. So please come.
Thank you. Anyone else? Appears we have no one else. So we will go to council comments.